Hello, I'm Jana Eubank. Welcome back to my channel. About a week ago, I shared a scrapbooking process video with you using an older Studio Calico kit from my stash. It was from about 2012 or so. At the beginning of that video, I shared a flip through of the kit, and I'm going to be using that kit again today. I actually added a bunch of papers to it. I also pulled several embellishments from my stash to beef it out a bit. And today I'm going to be working on the third layout that I created with this kit. Now, the second layout I did not film, so I will eventually be sharing that with you in a layout share video, but I do have this one today that I want to go through with you or talk about with you today. So for this layout, I'm scrapbooking some photos of my son and my husband at a Billy Joel concert that they went to together. I love these older Studio Calico kits for masculine pages. Just the colors and patterns lend themselves so well to photos of my husband and my son. So even though these products are several years old, I think this kit's from 2012, I will definitely keep them around because I still love the colors and patterns. Now, when I buy a collection originally, I try to create about 3 or 4 layouts with that collection, and then I start to get tired of it. Sometimes I will switch gears and create some cards or a mini album with it, but usually at that point, I decide whether or not I want to keep any of the embellishments and incorporate them into my stash. Same with the pattern papers. I look through them and decide, do I still love these? Are there some that I think I will still use? And I incorporate those into my stash as well, and I separate everything out. And how I do that is I look at the pattern papers. If there's any that have a tonal pattern or a pattern that I think I will use again, I will separate them by color or by color families into my stash. And then same thing with the embellishments. I will separate them out and put them into color families. So I have a dresser behind me in my filming studio. If you've ever taken a class from me, you've probably seen those dressers. And I put all my embellishments in there. So I have a full drawer of like pastel. I have a full drawer of like bright primary colors and like candy bright colors like pinks and fuchsias and purples. I have a drawer of neutrals, and then I have a drawer of like navies and burgundy and things like that, like deeper, bold colors. So that's how I separate out my embellishments. Then anytime I go to create my own kit or to beef up a kit and add to a kit, I will go to those color drawers and pull out some things. So that's what I've done today. I've pulled out several boyish things. I've pulled out some bolder items, and that's where those chipboard frames are coming in, are from those embellishment drawers. One day I'll film those for you because I'm sure that's your next question is, will you please film those for us? But I will definitely do that someday. I don't know when, but sometime. All right. So here I have built up my background with a sheet of craft cardstock, and then I've also used 2 Studio Calico papers. I had that striped paper and that yellow paper. I have then matted my main photo with a piece of basic gray paper. It had kind of a craft burlap feel to it, and I did that so that I would repeat the craft color towards the center of the page. Then I brought in a couple of other papers to just build some bands of color to anchor my photo grouping here. So that polka dot paper is by Authentique, and then that plaid there that you're seeing, that cream and aqua plaid, is from Cosmo Cricket. Now I've have a couple of detail shots that my husband took of like the concert sign that was hanging above the arena that says Billy Joel, and then he took a picture of the stage before the concert started. Now I know these aren't super, interesting shots, but they're fun to include on a layout because they always remind you of the event. So I placed those in those chipboard frames. Those are from Crepe Paper. I can't remember the name of the collection because I put them all in a little baggie in my stash. I think it was The Pier, something like that. So that's where those come from. I also pulled in this little 6x12 sticker sheet that is by Echo Park Paper. It was one of their smaller specialty collections that they used to do, and this one was about cousins. I created a couple pages with that little kit, and then I hung onto the sticker sheet and some of the cut aparts because they had lots of boyish icons on them like bicycles, skateboards, and today I'm going to be using the guitars and music related elements. So I picked out a few of those. I've added some powder to the back of those stickers so they can act like die cuts and I can move them around my page. And now I'm just figuring out what to do. So I've pulled out this star that has the lights on it, and I want to place that over here on my left side of my page because it's going to balance the blue color of the smaller chipboard frame on the right. I also pulled in the green guitar because it's a concert, and then I have this little MP3 player and then the headphones that I think I might use. I know MP3 players aren't really around anymore, but at this time, these photos were taken in, let's see, 2017, and I believe at that time there were still MP3 players around. The products were actually, the sticker sheet was actually made around the same time, and so I'm going to plop it on here. I think it will work just fine. So I was struggling a little bit on how to arrange those icons. I was trying to like put a little trio of them together over there on the left side, but it wasn't quite working. So I decided to switch gears and work on my title and see if I could figure out how to arrange those. So once I got my title down, I went ahead and placed that star and that guitar. I decided to put the MP3 player up in the upper right corner of the main photo, and then the headphones are going to land over on the right side. Now, at this point, I'm not sure if I want the headphones because they do add in another color, right? Most everything here is blues and yellow and green. And so I'm not sure if I want to add in those orange headphones quite yet. I went to my stash and I pulled out these October afternoon label stickers, and I'm going to use the blue one to for my journaling at the top of that column of smaller photos there. And I really like that because it starts giving me a visual triangle of color. I have the blue in the label, the star, and the chipboard frame, and so now I know this is where I want my embellishment clusters to go, and so I can keep moving forward. Now, in the kit, this original Studio Calico kit, there was this small set of letter stickers by Basic Gray, and I'm toying with the idea of bringing these in and kind of adding a subtitle to my larger title here. I've used these bare chipboard letters also come from that kit. They're by American Crafts. They're called Elf Natural. I'm just letting you know the names in case you want to look for them, and I really love them because they're a nice basic font. I also really love the bare chipboard. You don't see bare chipboard anymore, but I really love it. It just has a nice neutral feel about it, and it's perfect for masculine pages. So I do decide to go ahead and bring in these small red letter stickers because it's now going to bring in these color tones of red and orange and balance out those orange headphones. And so I know that I can finish out my title and that this color will be at the bottom of the page, and that will balance out the orange headphones on the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and spell out the subtitle at the Billy Joel concert. So I get it all spaced out correctly, and I spared that long process for you. And now that I have that, I can take off the little tiny dot for the letter I on that lowercase I and get that in place. Those are always a struggle to pull off those sheets. So in the original Studio Calico kit, there were also these chipboard arrows that I used on the page that I shared with you about a week ago. And I'm going to plop some of those in over here by the guitar to bring over that red color that is now starting to develop on the page. I'm also going to add a red geotag to the top of the page by the MP3 player to bring that color towards the top. I will also add in some of those chipboard arrows in red next to the headphones eventually, but I believe I do that off camera, so you're not going to see that, but I just wanted to mention it so you can notice that I did put red all around the page, balancing out that color. I also brought in a green circle label to place underneath that set of orange headphones. I don't really have anything to pair with that set of headphones, so I just wanted to give it a little bit of a base, or kind of anchor it a little bit more, and that's why I tucked in that green label sticker there. In the kit, the Studio Calico kit, there were several flare pieces, and I actually ended up using them on the second layout that I didn't film, but it reminded me that I have several flare pieces in my stash. So I went over and grabbed my little jar. I'm just sifting through it and finding colors and designs that I think might be fun to add to this page as well. I'll spare you the process of going through all those little flare pieces. You can see I'm starting to spread them out on the bottom of my desk, but I just decided to add in this camera flare piece that over on the star. I like the nice bold black color. It's going to balance the black that is in my photos. And then I also added that dark blue flare piece over by the headphones on the right hand side. I don't know the manufacturers of those. I think the dark blue one may be basic gray if I'm remembering right, but sorry, I don't know. I also added a smaller red one over by the star. That's not going to stay there. I will eventually move that off. I just felt like it was a little too bumpy, and I end up punching some stars with those Stampin' Up! Star punches on the right side, or on the left side of my desk there, in place of that red flare. So you'll see that be taken off in a minute. So that's what I think I work on next. I'm going to take that star punch, and I have a couple of scraps of that yellow paper off to the side, and on the back of that paper is a gray pattern. So I'm going to punch several stars to sprinkle around the page, and stars are awesome for rockin' or, concert pages or masculine pages. So I do punch a couple to go on the left side of the page. I'm going to punch one to go on the left edge of the blue chipboard frame and kind of fill in that spot by the title. And then I will add 2 above the headphones, and then I will add 3 at the top of the page. I do ink those with some gray ink, and I'll pop those up with some foam squares off camera. Now, a few more details that I add here that you're not going to see on camera. I add some blue gems by Doodlebug to the centers of each of those stars. I also add a green label up by the MP3 player, just so that cluster has a little bit of green as well. And I stamp a little phrase on that from Scraptastic Kit Club. You may remember that. And then I also bring in some red vellum washi strips that I trimmed out from the basic gray vellum washi strips just above and below that blue paper to balance out that red color. So again, this is a stash busting layout using a Studio Calico kit from 2012. I hope you enjoyed seeing this process. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon.